tired of McDonald's asking me if I got the app. Sign me in as a guest. I'm not a member. Like, I don't like, don't treat me like that. I don't want something to happen to me and then my loved ones and family members find my phone and then they're like, man, Rob was out here getting coupons for hamburgers. I don't want to go out like that. I don't like when they be nice to me. Like, I'm trying to quit. I shouldn't be here. Disrespect me. Throw my card back in the car. Make me go find it. Like, trying to get out of here. I know I'm gaining weight because I get comments that they think they're giving me compliments, but they don't feel like compliments. Like, they'll be like, man, Rob, you out there eating good, aren't you? I'm like, that is not a compliment. You was not worried how I was eating years ago when I was eating one meal a day. You didn't care, but now. The other day I was online, I seen somebody was like, he's getting big, isn't he? That made me feel great because he didn't ask me. He asked everybody else. That means I'm on another level. It's like, let me ask the rest of the internet. I can't even bring that to Rob. We can't let the algorithm run our lives. We allowing it to change everything about us, change what we do, change what we say. The other day I'm walking down the street, I hear this guy, he's on the phone, he's like, man, I'll unalive everybody in there. I'm like, you a killer, but you scared to say kill? What are we doing? Like, this code is not working. We not fooling the kids. Changing sex to segs. I think they're gonna figure that one out. I think it's so weird. Tired of watching people cook stuff online and not take a bite? I need to see what that first bite looks like. I need to see your face after that first bite. You time this whole thing out, I'll watch you make this whole thing from scratch, and then you're not gonna take a bite, you're not hungry? They're cooking for clicks, they're not cooking for taste. That's the problem, man. They're doing weird stuff, mixing ingredients with their fingers because they know somebody gets off to that. Like, you got marble countertops. I know you got utensils. You're not fooling anybody. Everybody's scared of AI. If AI takes my job, can I get AI salary? Like, robots, they can't spend money. Let me get the money that robot would have made. Then we would be cool. I'd be cool with AI if that was the case. I get the dust off its back. I'd be like, hey, what y'all need? I need some USB ports, some RAM. I go get y'all some RAM. Y'all need some terabytes. What y'all need? Like, I'd be so cool with AI if they gave me the money. AI is so whack. You connected to all the computers in the world and you're not discovering nothing. You're not doing nothing cool. You're just like, I want to be an artist. I can write a screenplay. Like, man, if you don't get out of here and cure a disease, what are you doing? AI's like, I could make Snoop Dogg sing the bare necessities. Like, man, we don't have time for that. I should wake up tomorrow and they'd be like, you know what, AI cured eczema. Like, that's what's up. That's fire. We needed that. Nah, AI's like, I can draw Shrek. Like, dog, we don't need that. I don't have time for that. I love TikTok. There's always some kid on there teaching you stuff you didn't know. There's always some kid like, did you know if you eat rice that's left out after 2 hours, there's a bacteria that could cause it? Like, no, I didn't know that. I don't eat old rice. Like, I put it in the fridge. When I was a kid, the wackest thing you could do is say, did you know? The worst thing you could do when I was a child was know things. It was not cool to be smart. It wasn't even cool to practice reading. It was only cool to read when called on in class. That's the only time it was cool to read. It was not cool to like get ready for that moment. Like the ideal kid when I was growing up was the kid that just nailed it when called on but never tried to read before. There's so many things that are acceptable now that weren't acceptable when I was a child. When I was a kid, it wasn't cool to have a dad. That was whack. You was not gonna be top dog in the school if you had a father. My dad was a secret. I didn't tell anybody about my dad. I was closeted about my dad. Not only that, I would out other kids that had dads. Like, you know, Brian's dad's the coach of our baseball team. We call him Big Brian. We call Brian Little Brian. Brian hated me. All the kids I thought were cool growing up, if you brought up their father, they would get upset. So I used to do what they did. Somebody bring up my dad, I get up, start walking around like, man, you know, I hate when people bring up my father. Meanwhile, my father was at home. Fine. My dad started dropping me off at school. I used to lie. I used to be like, yeah, man, he just got out. That's why I run and give him a hug. He's not used to the affection. You know? He needs that. I'm a millennial. I feel like us millennials, we represent the 90s way too hard. Like, we rep the 90s harder than people who were out doing stuff in the 90s. We keep trying to bring the 90s back. How many times we gonna bring back the 90s before we realize, hey, it's not that time anymore? Like, we the only generation that wears merch of old 90s TV shows. When those shows were on, people just watched them and then they turned them off and did other stuff. Our generation's like, no, it's cold outside. I need a Rocco's Modern Life hoodie to put on my body. Why are we not bringing back stuff from other eras? Like, I want to bring back the William Shakespeare collar. like that big collar that goes all the way around. Like, why are we not doing that? That's tough. Like, you gotta eat before you leave the house if you're gonna put one of those on. You think a beer collects crumbs, like that's a whole plate around your neck. Like, we gotta bring other stuff back. Like the judge's wig with the ruffles. I wanna bring one of those back. Just be an old judge rolling in their grave like, you don't even have a law degree. Can't be wearing that. Do y'all think in every time period there were conspiracy theorists? I'm convinced throughout history there was always conspiracy theorists, no matter what the invention was. Like, even the first clock tower, there was somebody like, man, they're trying to control us. We didn't need to know what time it is now. Everybody wants to know what time it is all the time. They're always looking at the time, bro. Don't listen to the bells. It's 11:59. I swear, cover your ears, dog. They're trying to control us. You guys have been wonderful. My name's Rob Haze. That's what I'm called.